What's up YouTube, it's your boy Pizza Maker 8000. Now today I want to go through the top 10 video games of all time. Now before I get into the video, I do not own any of these clips. These are clips that I pulled from online. Okay, so number 10 we got Super Mario Kart. Now this is the OG version. This is for the old heads out there that are watching this video. This is shit that my pops grew up playing. I ain't play this because I'm part of the new millennials, so this is the old school one, but this is the one that went down for number 10 for the top 10 games of all time, not the one from last year or the year before that. Next we have Metal Gear Solid. Now the same thing goes with this one. This is the OG Metal Gear Solid. This is not meant for the Metal Gear Solid 9 or 15 or whatever they're on now. This is the original OG. I think this was PlayStation 1. This is super old, but this went down as number 9 on the top 10 video games of all time. Next we have Final Fantasy. Now again, this is the OG version of Final Fantasy. This is in the new school. And let me just tell you, I don't know how the hell people were playing this game, because this just looks terrible. Like, I'm about to send this video to my dad and yell at him for playing this shit, because this just looks super old. I don't know how anybody would enjoy playing this game. Next we have Call of Duty. Now this is the Call of Duty franchise in general. This is not necessarily Call of Duty 1, 2, 3, 4, any of that. For the clip I have Modern Warfare 2 going, because this was probably the best Call of Duty in my opinion. And it goes down as one of the greatest games of all time in my opinion, just due to the story mode and how the online was and all the games and all the guns and everything that the game brought to it within itself. It was just one of the best games for the Call of Duty franchise to me. And then we pop right into Angry Birds. I know everybody remembers this game. I remember asking my parents and stuff like, hey dad, can I play Angry Birds on your phone? My dad was always like, what do you do on the game? And I would tell him, and I'd show him. He's like, so you just throw red birds at a fucking pig? And I was like, nah, they got yellow birds, blue birds, green birds. He's like, alright man, these millennials nowadays, I don't know what they're doing nowadays, but this was a fun game at the time. I think it's obsolete now, but at the time this was a fun game, so this makes it up on the board for the top 10 video games of all time. And the next one we have up on the list is Skyrim. Now if you haven't played Skyrim, you should definitely check it out. This game, they've had a bunch of different games of this, and I've still played the one from like 2010 to 2012. I can't remember which year it came out, but it still has an active community. Like, there's still plenty of people playing this game. It's really underrated, man. There's like a million things to do. You can never like really beat the game, so that's one thing I enjoy. It's kind of like, because some games, you know, you beat it and then you're like, oh no, I'm done with it. Well, you can't do it with this one. Next we pop up into Grand Theft Auto. Now this is not necessarily any Grand Theft Auto, it just says Grand Theft Auto, so not 1, 2, 3, 4, anything. Even though I'm showing a clip from Grand Theft Auto 5, I'm not necessarily talking about Grand Theft Auto 5, because I still think that Saints Row beats Grand Theft Auto 5 just due to, I think it was ahead of its time, man. I think Grand Theft Auto San Andreas was the best game of all time. Next we go into World of Warcraft. Now I have played this game very, very lightly. I've never really got into it. But of course, as you guys can see, you made it up on a list, and I did not create this list. This list was something that was generated off of Google, but people play this. I see this all the time on Twitch, so it's up there. Now the next game that we have is CounterStrike, and I have personally never ever touched this game, but coming from the clips, man, I think I should, because it looks pretty fun. It looks kind of like Call of Duty, like it has damn near the same graphics. The guns look the same. The movement looks the same. It looks kind of like Call of Duty. I don't know. I would play it, man. So this is up here on the list, and I think it looks pretty fun. So I'm definitely gonna have to check it out after this game. I might even put up a review of it. I know it's a little old, but I still might have to do it to him, because this shit looks actually pretty fun, man. And number 1, as you guessed it, is Minecraft. Now, like I said, I did not generate this list. This is a list that was generated off Google, so I don't pick what's up here, but I think Minecraft is up here mostly because the community is like probably 90% kid-based. Like, there's nothing wrong playing with as an adult, but for the most part, this community is kid-based. And I'm actually surprised with this list that I pulled. Like, I'm surprised I don't see any of the Spirals up here or any of the Crash Bandicoots or anything like that. No Mega Man, nothing. It's just kind of like new school games, but this is on the top 10. So if you guys like the video, be sure to subscribe, comment, like, and rate. It's your boy, I'm out.